Welcome to Storied Audio. Clara paused at the base of the building, adjusting her blazer as a cold wind curled around her ankles. The structure towered above her, darker and more imposing than she remembered from the job posting. Its windows were pitch black, its gray walls swallowing what little daylight remained. The revolving door groaned as she stepped inside as if protesting her arrival. The lobby was silent. Too silent. Her heels clicked against the marble floor, but the sound seemed to echo in strange directions, bouncing back at her in faint whispers she couldn't quite make out. She followed the signs toward interview room 3, though the hallway felt wrong, longer than it should be, each fluorescent light flickering as she passed beneath it. At the end of the corridor, a door stood slightly ajar. Clara hesitated only a moment before pushing it open. The air shifted instantly, colder, heavier. The room beyond wasn't an office at all. It was a vast corridor lined with mirrors stretching farther than she could see. She stepped inside and her breath caught. Her reflections stared back at her, but they didn't move. Clara lifted her hand. The reflections didn't follow. They blinked slowly instead, their mouths twitching into faint, knowing smiles. A chill crawled up her spine. She took a step back, but the sound of her heels was muffled, swallowed by the walls as if the room itself were listening. She turned to leave. The door was gone. In its place stood another mirror, this one showing a version of herself she didn't recognize. Clara's reflection had black, depthless eyes and a smile stretched too wide, as though the skin of her face were being pulled from behind. The reflection lifted its hand and pressed it against the glass, fingertips leaving dark smudges that pulsed like ink. The other mirrors began to move now. One by one, her reflections stepped closer to the surface, their motions jerky and puppet-like as if yanked by invisible strings. Their smiles widened in unison. Clara stumbled backward, heart hammering, until her hand brushed against something solid, a door handle. She grabbed it and flung it open, tumbling into a new room. An office. Finally. A man in a suit sat behind a desk, hands folded neatly, smiling with perfect politeness. But his eyes, those same black voids, fixed on her with unsettling calm. "You're late," he said, his voice echoing far too loudly for such a small space. Clara froze. He gestured to the chair across from him. "Sit. The interview has already begun." The door behind her clicked shut, and the lights dimmed, just enough for her to see her own reflection in the window, smiling back at her with those same black eyes. Subscribe for more audio stories.